next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed? You will.
Everybody just calm down, the bishop wrote this, let's go. Hey yo, I hear everybody talking about how the Snyderverse is not coming back, I beg to differ. Hey yo, this is just a little song of encouragement for all my people in the hashtag Cell movement. Are you ready? It's coming, told ya. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. We have waited for far too long. That's the reason for this song. The Snyderverse is coming back, and we see the bayers and the haters talking smack. These people never stop the attacks, oh no. But do you want it? Do you really, really want it? Do you want that Snyderverse? We really want it, cause we really, really love it. We gon' get that Snyderverse. Yes, we really want it. The Snyderverse is coming back, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. All the hashtags are on fire. We're doing everything we can. We're doing all this for Zack Snyder. We got a total winning plan. Yes, we want it. We really, really want. We need more of that Snyderverse, so we're on it. We're really, really on it. We need the Snyderverse. Oh yeah. It's coming. Told ya. It's coming. Told ya. It's coming, once again. Yo. Shout out to the Cool Table, the Syndicate Network and colleagues, and last but not least, the executive branch. Repeat after me. My gift forever. My gift forever. My gift forever. My gift forever. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, told ya. It's coming, once again. Hashtag Snyderverse. Told ya. Told ya. It's coming, once again. Hashtag Snyderverse.
And we're back live for 2025. Welcome to the Qatar Law podcast. And let's see who's in the chat. We have Sergeant Giratina. We have Sin Havoc 5150 and Elijah City. Thanks for joining me in this stream. And before we start the VBS Ultimate Edition watch along, we're in the road to 500 subs. We're already on the 445 subscribers here in this channel. And yeah, replay crew are always welcome to comment and remark later on. So, how are you, Sin? And we'll be starting our movie watch. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice in 5, Make sure your players in zero, four, three, two, and one. This is from WB in 2016. RatPac Entertainment, DC Comics. Yep. The Ultimate Edition of BVS Dawn of Justice is one of the best CBM ever made, honestly. Even the theatrical version was cool. It's often misunderstood by and Sin Havoc says, "Let the games begin." It's misunderstood by comic book fans that are searching for escapism. But honestly, this movie is based on reality. If ever Superman and Batman ever existed in real life. And welcome, the main DC Talk 82. What's up, man? This part of any Batman story has always been shown in cinema. The murder of Dr. Thomas Wayne and his wife Martha Wayne have been the regular feature in comics, Batman comics, and the Batman movies. The main, what's happening? So, Martha and Thomas Wayne, the actors, came from Supernatural. Martha. This is so much based on uh, Frank Miller's work in The Dark Knight Returns, even the giant bat. The old world returns. Amen. So, what are we expecting, Sin? And yes, this is cinema. This was the first time that Bill Finger was credited for the creation of Batman way back then. Everything was credited only to Bob Kane. This is cinema. The interpretation of how Bruce seems to be floating with the bats uh, circling him as a kid. So this is Metropolis. Mankind is introduced to the Superman. Man, this is one of the best transition for any movie from Man of Steel to VBS Batman v Superman. It's flawless at best. Wait until you see this happening for real. Yeah, lots of unknown objects flying in the airspace of a few countries, plus even underwater. Yes, Sin, this was an amazing opening scene. Metropolis is a mess after this. They're flying everywhere, as above, so below. Yeah, that's right. Above the sky, below the sea, as above, so below. This is the most serious Batman portrayal ever made. Uh, Honestly, it's in my opinion better than Christian Bale's The Dark Knight trilogy portrayal. And considering Superman's here, it's definitely fantastical. The mixture of reality based and fantastical really, it's really dope. And Super Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice earned almost 900 uh, million dollars in the worldwide, and somehow they pulled out the China uh, audience early than anticipated. I wonder why uh, those punks in WB got scared. Ben Affleck is the best portrayal of both Bruce Wayne and Batman. He looks like the cartoon version of Bruce Wayne and Batman. He also looks like the basis for the new Absolute Batman comic book in appearance. Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne ran into the danger, Yeah, that's right. He's not a fop, as portrayed by Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, uh, who else? That punk George Clooney. This is 18 months later in the Indian Ocean. This is the first time that the people of Earth gets to see kryptonite. At its heart, the film is about the clash of ideologies between Batman and Superman, two iconic heroes with vastly different approaches. Bruce Wayne, scarred by the caused during Superman's battle with Zod in Man of Steel, sees Superman as an unchecked godlike figure who could turn tyrannical. Superman, on the other hand, struggles with his role in a world that often fears immense power. Their confrontation is much about their personal insecurities as it is about their differing views of justice. So we got uh, Jimmy Olsen, the photographer. Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder's Jimmy Olsen is reminiscent of the old Jimmy Olsen comic books during where he goes on adventures around the world. Now, and the portrayal of Lois is still awesome. She's still not a damsel in distress, although Superman considers her his damsel in distress every time. And we have Sean Franklin in the chat. Hi, Sean. Welcome to this watch along for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition. Nice of you to join us. As a note, the actor who plays Anatoly, uh, the KGBs, got paid more handsomely than his role in Civil War for not Civil War, for the Winter Soldier for Marvel. Yeah. Do you miss Kevin Conroy? Yeah, Sean. Of course. I miss Kevin Conroy. Sin Havoc, Mrs. Kevin Conroy, The Main, Mrs. Kevin Conroy. Yeah, Kevin Conroy was the definite Batman voice uh, in the 90s. Batman v Superman is also my favorite movie, Sean. It's a bit better than ZSJL and Man of Steel. Only a bit, because this is a deeper take of the comic characters. Snyder also weaves in existential questions about power, responsibility, and humanity. Through Lex Luthor's scheme, the film delves into how fear can manipulate and divide. Luthor's perspective that power corrupts absolutely is a direct challenge to Superman's nobility, pushing Clark Kent to question if he can ever truly be a symbol. Sin Havoc says Kevin Conroy is one of GOATs and the best animated version of Batman. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kevin Conroy is the best animated version of the Bat. Did you know Man of Steel mobile game? Um, no, I don't think so. I heard that there was a Man of Steel mobile game. Probably good. I do have the old Superman Returns uh, PS2 game somewhere here in the boxes. Man, so do you think that Superman killed that terrorist when he went through the wall? I like Batman Begins video game. Yeah, me too. I played that when when my PS2 was still running. Now, you know, PS3, PS4. So character depth. Ben Affleck's Batman. This version of Batman is older, grittier, and deeply cynical. Affleck's portrayal captures a man who can who's been through the ringer, haunted by loss and failures. His arc, moving from vengeance-driven paranoia to rediscovering hope, resonates deeply. Henry Cavill's Superman brings a quiet, introspective depth to Superman. The weight of the world's expectation and criticism is palpable, and his internal conflict makes him relatable. His ultimate sacrifice solidifies his role as a true hero. And Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, though her role is smaller, Wonder Woman's introduction is electrifying. Her her battle-ready demeanor and mysterious allure set the stage for her standalone films. Sean Franklin said, "What be cool? Batman Begins and Superman Returns remastered." Yeah, those were simple times. So our timestamp is 20 minutes and 35 seconds. Snyder's visual storytelling is unmatched. The film's cinematography, with its striking use of light, shadow, and symbolic imagery, creates a mythic quality. Key moments like Batman's nightmare sequence or Superman's introspective scenes feel like modern day epics. The fight choreography is intense and impactful, especially Batman's warehouse fight and the climactic battle with Doomsday. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL score elevates uh, every single scene with themes like Beautiful Lie, and Is She With You becomes iconic. This scene we're seeing now is an adaptation of a panel from Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. The legacy and reception. While divisive, the film's ambition and complexity has have earned it a loyal fan base. It dared to ask tough questions and avoided a cookie cutter approach to storytelling. Many of its themes resonate more deeply upon rewatch. Yeah, lots of rewatch, rewarding viewers who appreciate layered narratives. This is the first time that Batman brands his his enemies. Actually, we're in 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Scene of Lois in the bathtub domain. So the key influences for Superman in this film: Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns from 1986. While primarily a Batman story, this seminal graphic novel portrays Superman as a symbol of government control and humanity's fear of unchecked power. Snyder draws from this depiction, emphasizing how society struggles with Superman's godlike ability. The New Testament and mythological parallels. Superman's arc in this film mirrors Christ-like imagery and themes. His sacrificial death to save humanity evokes the idea of a savior figure who is misunderstood and persecuted. Snyder frames Superman as a modern Prometheus, a being who gives hope to humanity while enduring their mistrust. And of course, Superman Birthright from 2003, the questioning of Superman's place in the world, whether as a beacon of hope or a source of fear, is a core theme in this comic, which Snyder integrates into his depiction of Clark's moral and emotional struggles. Sin Havoc says they were supposed to have the Dark Knight video game, but it got cancelled, and then Arkham Asylum was created. Yeah, the Arkham series was somehow the best video Batman videos to come out. Mm. Wow, man. Demain, you're a bit uh, late compared to where I am. Also, the burden of power. Clark struggles with the expectation placed upon him as both a savior, and a potential threat. Plus, the isolation. Superman's loneliness is a recurring theme as he realizes that his effort might to help often alienate him further from the people he serves. Okay, what happened? Yeah, it seems that my player hanged, so I'm switching network. Man, this is bummer. Yeah, I think Demain will catch up to me. Yeah, and looking for another streamer. Yeah, what's happening? Why is the and it evokes the reaction from the public, says Sinhava, because this movie shows the reaction of people learning they are not alone in the universe. Yes, Sin is right. It's those kind of stuff. Timestamp is 28 minutes and 15 seconds. Not really guessing. Fun fact, Enoch is the grandfather of Noah, who's actually Gilgamesh slash Nimrod. So we get introduced to Lex Luthor right now. Long hair, uh, ex- eccentric, eclectic. Timestamp is 29 minutes and 52 seconds. Just to check. What's The Rock got to do with Homeland Security? Lex Luthor 80s version. Yeah, The long-haired Lex Luthor, red hair. So we'll talk about the key influences for Batman in this movie. Of course, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns uh, from 1986. The film directly flips imagery and themes from this graphic novel. Batman is shown as a grizzled, cynical vigilante who sees Superman as an existential threat. His armored suit in the cinematic fight, the climactic fight mirrors the one from Miller's story. Batman Year One, 1987, by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. Though more subtle, Snyder channels the grounded and morally ambiguous aspect of Batman from this work, emphasizing his reliance on fear and calculated brutality. And lastly, Greek tragedy. Batman's art echoes the hubris of tragic heroes like Achilles or Oedipus. His obsessive need to control and neutralize perceived threats blinds him to his own moral failings until he is confronted with Superman's humanity during the Martha moment. Planetary security, of course. We do need a deterrent from what's happening from above and below. Lex Luthor has access to uh, Kryptonian tech, much like what Richard Donner or and/or/slash Richard Lester did in uh, Superman 2. Plus, you know, Brian Singer in Superman Returns. Cherry flavored candy. You want candy? Man, Henry Cavill's body doesn't really need padding in his costume at all. The themes for Batman are fear and trauma. Bruce's actions are driven by his traumatic past, particularly the destruction of Metropolis, which revives his fear of helplessness. And the theme of redemption, Batman's rediscovery of hope uh, through his confrontation with Superman and Wonder Woman is central to his arc. Now, the key influences for Wonder Woman here are, of course, classic mythology. Diana's Amazonian heritage is deeply rooted in Greek mythology, with parallels to figures like Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, and Artemis, the huntress and protector. Snyder emphasizes her mythic stature as a demigod among mortals. This is actually the best portrayal of Wonder Woman I ever seen. And it's not camp at all. The next is the new 52 Wonder Woman from 2011. What part are we now? Timestamp is 36 minutes and 10 seconds. The main, the f- uh, the vandalization of the Superman statue. This series by this comic series by Brian Azzarello redefined Wonder Woman as a warrior molded by the gods, with a strong emphasis on her combat skills and divine lineage. Snyder's depiction veers into this interpretation. Plus Kingdom Come from 1996 by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Diana's role as a more pragmatic, battle hardened hero echoes her characterization in this story, where she is willing to take decisive action to prevent greater threats. Her themes are rediscovery of purpose. At this point in the story, Diana is a hero in self-imposed exile. Her her decision to join the battle against Doomsday reflects her renewed belief in humanity's potential for good. And her warrior spirit, unlike Superman's hopeful idealism or Batman's fear driven pragmatism, Diana thrives in combat, embodying the joy of fighting for a just cause. I wonder what Bruce whispered to the boxer that got him riled so much that he defeated his opponent easily. The contrast and harmony of the Trinity. Batman's cynicism reflects humanity's fear of unchecked power. Superman's hope embodies the struggle to inspire trust in a flawed world, and Wonder Woman's balance represents a bridge between idealism and pragmatism, embracing humanity while understanding its flaws. Man, is that deep or what? Crime wave in Gotham. Water wet. Do you think Clark had a degree in journalism before joining the planet, or what? Timestamp is 40 minutes in. My other question is, how far is Metropolis from Gotham that they need to go either ride a barge or a plane? going there. Did Perry White just call Clark a nerd? At least he's not a dork like how Christopher Reeve portrayed Clark Kent. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. Yeah. Granny's peach tea, who says Zack Snyder doesn't have a sense of humor. The painting of the angels versus devils versus demons is us above, so below. What? What? Say it again. Yeah, angels and demons, as above, so below. It is, right? It is. Although the first time I saw that slogan, as above, so below, was the comic advertisement for the Hawk World miniseries in 1989 by Timothy Truman and Al Catena. They're gonna learn. Yep, they are gonna learn. And remember when people were ignorant of some things, they thought the sky was falling. Jeremy Irons' Alfred is more uh, cynical compared to Michael Caine's. Batman is still pursuing the white Portuguese in the context that he thinks it's a man or a woman. That's deductive reasoning. Right, he's been invited to the party hosted by Alexander Luthor. The Bat costume. The Batman costume from BVS is one of the best costumes ever made. Although I would have enjoyed it if the bat ears were more longer. But since this is actually based on Frank Miller's design, we get a shorter ear bat costume. And somehow, if you watch Creature Commandos, the Batman made a silhouette appearance in that animated cartoons, which I haven't seen yet. I don't know if I will watch it. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. Laughing out loud here, Sin. Laughing out loud. Guns story writer story writing is so uh, it sucks so much that somehow the people who enjoyed his writing leaves me to say that they're so shallow. And you know that people don't understand genius totally. So, who portrayed Mercy Graves? Okay, Sin, will do. I thought the bathroom was. Some lady from Metropolis will make you honest. Sin Havoc send this picture. The Fat Bat by James Gunn, right? Man, the bat silhouette, bad history with freaks dressed like clowns. Tao Okato, Okamoto played Mercy Graves in BVS Ultimate Edition. She also played that girl from The Wolverine, right? True. It's embarrassing that Batman cameo is embarrassing. That's Batman from Justice League. Man, this is tough. Like WBD doesn't want to erase Justice League. Well, even if it was a flop, it's really embarrassing. Now Batman is chasing skirt like Diana Prince. Okay. So Creature Commandos is the origin story of James Gunn's Batman? Batman, you say? Ah, no. James Gunn sucks. And of course, the trailer, the screening for the test screening for Superman L Lunacy. That's what being said. Oh my god. Is that the origin story of uh, Batman in the DCU? Ugh. Now, this TV segment at 53 minutes and 48 seconds about the Superman question. This was this is real beyond fantasy, politics, beyond religion, and the people who says that Superman doesn't save people didn't really watch BVS. I mean, this was also in the theatrical version. So, what gives? Are they blind? Were they paid to lie? Deal the grass. Oh my God. Ancient aliens. They say that the people lifting their arms while they're in the roof because of the flooding is giving Superman a Christ-like image. No, it's not. It's people expressing uh, they need to be saved. from the current tragedy, the flood. What the hell are they thinking? Synapses and Qatar. For those who are asking for JL2 in theaters, that means you're asking for more justice. Correct. And they're asking for justice too. And with the way things are going, Josh Whedon might be back to helm a, a Justice League movie sooner than later. Yeah. I wonder who thought of doing the hashtag JL2 in theaters. It wasn't uh, thought thoroughly thought thought about. It wasn't. Now when now when Skywalker and the Jedi and Leon of the New Geeks thought about the Cell, ZSJL to Netflix and Cell Snyderverse to Netflix. They thought about the strategies, the impact, what will happen. They knew because as a group, we all already knew that WBD has no plans to continue the Snyderverse in Warner. So the most logical choice, if of course, is to uh, ask a different studio to do it. It's all about the IP, as Sin Havoc always says. The IP is the key. Justice 2 with James Gunn and Joss Whedon, two morons. Yeah. The original plan for this guy, well, wait. DC Talk 82 says Batfleck is trending now. It's always been trending, the main. Uh, Snyderverse, Zack Snyder, the Batfleck movie, the ZSJL, the Snyderverse are always trending. So I think we'll be ex- gonna be experiencing the flop of the century. And did you heard that you did heard that if Superman lunacy fails, that's it for James Gunn. That's it for the DCU. I really blame Peter Safran for choosing James Gunn because, well, what can I say? He has no choice. And Sin Havoc says the ZSJL IP is the key ingredient to sell, which includes Man of Steel, Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. The people who really separated the Snyderverse from the DCEU are all to blame. The Trench movie is still in the works at WB, so WB Pictures still wants. Yeah. Welcome, Spencer Tucker. Great comic book, greatest comic book movie of all time. Yes, it was. Yes, it is. It still is. I blame Kevin Sujihara and Ronald Mayer first. Then I blame Peter Safran and David Zaslav. David Zaslav. Yeah, let's blame them all. One person to blame all. I watched the anime Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Anime is a bit flaky, but the story is good for me, honestly. It takes so much of Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'll watch the Trench movie. It connects to the first Aquaman. Yeah, I agree. The main, I agree. Uh, the first Aquaman still has the Zack Snyder effect. The Sword of Alexander. Spencer Tucker said this movie was the second act of the Christ figure arc of Superman, celestial being, born of gods, sent to earth and raised by meek parents, rejected by those he would save, died and resurrected. Yeah, that's really a nice allegory for that movie. Thanks, Spencer. Sin Havoc says, last but not the least, I blame James Gunn. We all blame James Gunn. True. And Spencer said, the most accurate Batman of all time. That's true. Uh, that's facts. I agree. DC Talk 82. And there was this lady in the nude in Bruce Wayne's bed earlier, or, I mean, Bruce is a player. I wonder who that lady is. And the main asks Sin Havoc, would you watch the Trench movie? I think I would watch it. Yeah, the concept is good. And of course, Sin said, the Batman we need. The Batman we all need. Okay, nightmare time at timestamp 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 53 seconds. This is the most original concept of Batman I ever seen. Would this be, DC Talk said, would this be Jason's last appearance as Aquaman? Probably. probably. Hey, Josh. Josh is here. And he says, and the Superman of our generation. Yep. How are you, man? Happy New Year, guys. This concept of Batman in the future is somehow influenced by a certain guy we call the Snake. Sinavok says the Trench movie sounds good, especially if it connects to the old world history. Happy New Year, Dr. Qatar and chat. Yeah, Happy New Year, Josh. It's awesome. We had an awesome year. Plus, I hope this year, I pray that this year would be better for everyone. I think Tom Taylor and Andy Kubert copied the design for the Nightmare Batman when he did that miniseries. When they did that miniseries, would Zack have to recast Aquaman? I don't know. He won't, man. I don't think that Zack recasts anyone. That's my opinion. The nerds are saying Batman doesn't kill. Yet Michael Keaton's Batman since 1989 has more body count than even the comic version of Batman. I think that people were brainwashed by the comic book authority. They made the superhero genre kiddie friendly. They can't make a superhero movie without the toy line. It's all about money. She was my world. Man, we have the Flash, Ezra Miller as a Flash in armor. I mean, this early, we all knew that the Justice League is coming. You're right about him. And I always liked Ezra Miller, even with the perceived case he had. DC Talk said, reason I am asking, can Jason do both roles? Because Gunn said he can do both roles. They're actors. They can do both roles, honestly. I mean, Chris Evans played the Human Torch and Captain America. Not in the same movie, but he did both roles, right? The white Portuguese, not the man. The portrayal of Alfred here in this movie is like weapons expert, mechanic, uh, sometimes cook, and actually, this portrayal of Batman and Alfred are not boring as hell. Gunn might have Jason busy to spike us. Yeah, Gunn is what's that term? Flaky. And I hate Gunn for making uh, Aquaman the laughing stock in again. Gunn is a snake. Yes, Gunn is a snake along with Jeff Johns, the guy who copied his own the design for the Nightmare Batman and make him the Rook in the comic book. He really looks like Batman. I think Sin Havoc is still here. The main. This scene is directly adapted from The Dark Knight Returns. You notice that we'll see Batman standing in on something and has this rifle. I wonder how Lex Luthor deduce Bruce Wayne's Batman identity. Question is, would Jason still want to play Aquaman when Zack gets his DC universe back? In my opinion, he probably would. They have no issues with each other. So, I think they both are fine with what's happening in both their careers. So, we'll see. We shall see. The main. Yep. One of the best scenes in this movie, the car scene. I'm not mad. He's playing Lobo. The man has to take care of his family. Yeah, he's an actor. He can do whatever he likes. But when playing Lobo, he'll just act naturally. He will act as himself. He'll join Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson as people acting like themselves in their movies. So the people who thinks that Batman doesn't kill needs to see that every time Batman fires the machine gun from the Batmobile in every iteration in the movies needs to rethink their stand. Now, this is the scene that I really like, and I've placed it in my intro for my streams. Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. This is one of those things that my daughter really can't help but overthink stuff. Do you bleed? It's not like you wouldn't come back for Zach. The cast loves Zach. They do. They all do. They all love Zack Snyder. The government gave Lex Luthor access to the green rock, the so-called kryptonite. General Swanwick he's the Secretary of Defense during this part of the trilogy. I won't call it trilogy. Sorry, for this part of the Snyder story, he acts so much like John Jones. Honestly, the trench coat, everything, the demeanor. Now this is we're coming into uh, 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 10 seconds. The a lot of people will die in a few minutes. People hate what they don't understand. That's true. Henry Cavill, the hairline of Henry Cavill looks like the hairline of George Reeves back in the 1950s. So this is not new. People are just uh, gatekeepers for the Christopher Reeve iteration of Superman. Yeah, everything from Superman 1978 uh, copied from Christopher Reeve, especially the Superboy uh, series with the first actor was John Haynes Newton and later recasted with Gerard Christopher. Dean Kane was a different uh, Superman altogether. He was not a nerd, not a dork actually. Dean Kane's Clark Kent was not a dork, unlike the from Christopher Reeves too, Gerard Christopher. Then there's afterwards Brandon Routh, who was the continuation of Christopher Reeve, and I find it irritating and funny that they should have casted Brandon again if they wanted to have the Christopher Reeve style Superman, because basically Brandon played Christopher Reeve. The last guy to play Superman, which was really cool, was Tyler Hoechlin. It's a mixture of everything Superman throughout the years, and somehow I don't feel the new actor, David Cornsweet, playing Superman. Supposedly he looks like uh, Henry Cavill, but I don't see it actually. And I watch him in Twisters. He sucks, man. He's such an evil dick there. He's one dimensional in his acting. Holly Hunter is the voice of Elastigirl in The Incredibles. Okay, the main. There's Sin Havoc. He's still here. I'm thinking of doing the watch along for ZSJL next week, and I'm still conflicted on what time I'll start. Will I do it live or will I just record uh, the watch along? It's my birthday stream next week, so I know how to wrestle a pig. Anatoly Kanayev is the KG beast. He played one of those Shrek member in The Winter Soldier. A Hydra agent is always a Hydra agent, even if he's in DC. Hey, Sarge, welcome back. This is the Capitol building. Yes, and somehow Superman entertained the idea of submitting himself to authority. He always does. I mean, even before uh, everything else. The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller showed him submit to the US government. And before that, he was always submitting to authority. During the same time, the Bronze Age, Batman was also submitting to authority since James Gordon is his friend and he always reports whenever the bat signal lights the sky. Granny's peach tea. Man, this is called harassment. Definitely harassment. Granny's peach tea. I watched the Jeff Schneider interview in that. stream earlier before I started my stream. So I know what Demain is talking about in the group chat that they cook hot roasted gun, member of the press. She is in control. What other movie did Amy Adams appeared? I think she appeared in. I think she appeared in Smallville back in the day. Then she appeared also in Enchanted. Enchanted, right? Was that correct? And Sergeant Giratina confirmed my what I said. Amy Adams was in Smallville. Was it Ella Enchanted? The other one? Superman was called Superman in the last part of Man of Steel, and then in the whole movie of BVS. Sergeant said she played a character who was overweight at first, but then got thinner when she was exposed to food contaminated by something alien. And yes, the main, thank you for joining us in the chat. And yeah, thank you for joining us in this stream. See you again, man. The batarang, just like the batarang in the first Shazam movie. Superman's blaming himself for what happened in the Capitol building because he didn't see it. He he wasn't looking. He didn't hear the ticking of the bomb because he wasn't uh, paying attention. That's what happened when you trust so much. And honestly, he didn't see the bomb because it's probably covered in lead. The wheelchair is probably covered in lead. Yes, and the reason why Luthor sends Bruce Wayne the letters is because Lex Luthor knows who Batman is. The unwritten story was Luthor is conniving with with the Joker, although that would have been cooler. And in theory, the Kryptonian ship, which was found in Man of Steel, buried in uh, how many meters of ice, is the ship that brought the gods to Earth. And we have Integrity 101 in the chat. Ben Affleck's best version of Batman here. Hey, Integrity, how are you? Happy New Year, Glenn. Timestamp 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 45 seconds. Lex Luthor started studying the Kryptonian archives. Happy New Year. Yeah. What's up? It's we're getting ready to for something big happening this year. Of course. Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. Hold My Dual Shot had a party of new guests on their live streams tonight. Folks who hang out with Hypnotic and Kaida. I sort of saw a portion of that show earlier, Sergeant. This is Batman having his xenophobia. The one thing I'm not crazy about is in ZSJL is that they lighten up Batman a little, though he thought he was perfect in BBS. Yeah, they sort of gave him uh, a sort of hopeful demeanor, but then Justice League really messed things up. Happy New Year to everyone. Okay, announcement. Next week, I had my birthday stream. Yeah, wait for it. Wait for the movie. It's already in set in YouTube. So that's part of his arc, I guess. But I prefer the more unhinged Batman. Man, the Wonder Woman theme is so awesome. Yeah, next week, man. Next week. It's on a weekend here. It's on Friday next week here in the Philippines. That's Thursday night over there in the US. Early birthday. Uh, Kilar is still voiced by uh, Carla, right? The Icarus effect. You flew too close to the sun. Doomsday is a desecration. Nephilim reference. Yes, it was. The deformity. Remember the movie Noah with Russell Crowe? They made the Nephilim, uh, I don't know, really animated creatures, animated non living beings. Superman always goes north whenever he's thinking. Good thing you guys are doing well. 2025 is gonna be an awesome year. The continuation of the revelations, and we have to buckle up, as Sin Havoc always says. Amy Adams is a better reporter, is a better Lois Lane than compared to Margot Kidder somehow. Bitsy Tulloch, the actress who played Lois Lane in Superman and Lois, is sort of a tribute. Her features were more Margot Kidderish than anyone else, and now we'll be having, what's her name, who will play Lois in Superman L. I forgot. Gina Malone is here in the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, Superman couldn't see it because it's covered with lead. 1 hour and 45 minutes and 5 seconds is our timestamp. Superman is hallucinating as he's seeing his foster dad, Jonathan Kent, played wonderfully by uh, Kevin Costner. Let's have integrity. See this again. So, integrity. What the what does thou says about this picture? Yes, ZSJL2 is inevitable. The reason why Wayne Manor is in this state of destruction is because Ras Al Ghul and the Joker destroyed this. 20 years fighting criminals. That picture is still stupid. How about this picture seen by who the hell is Ping Pong Flicks? Ooh, man, a lot of people are being stupid. Okay, we're in the rooftop fight. We're in the fight scene between Batman and Superman. It's starting. The night is here. Ping pong is a shield. I know, man. Ping pong is a shield. One of those shield. Um, man. along with the others who are shield. One of those in the clown table, the clown, one of man. I really like how this guy played as Lex Luthor. The straightest, the shortest point, the shortest distance between 2 points is a direct line. The shortest distance between Superman and Lois Lane is man, Lois Lane. Integrity said, "I'm still annoyed. I never got to see the real BVS in theaters." But even man, with 30 minutes taken away from BBS, it was still better than what most Marvel movies was during 2016. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. Then they pulled out the China release, the China screening, and I blame uh, Warner Bros. For everything. Yep, agreed. Cal L. Cal L is for the name of God. God is tribal. God is tribal. God takes sides. Actually, yes. Warner Brothers is the most corrupt, and they need to be taught a lesson this year with our wallets shut. I don't know, man. WB seems to be so woke still. Disney is course correcting itself, at least in paper, but we'll we'll see. We'll see. Battle to the death. Yes, WB is woke. It was a good thing that DC Comics stopped making their DC Pride series. I mean, it's oh man, I can't stand that those titles. They made Aquaman, Robin, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, all gay. It's like then it's all in the regular universe, not Elseworld or something. Luthor kidnapped Superman's mom. Martha dies tonight. So now will be the most important part of this movie. What do you guys think of the Martha scene? Luthor is such a megalomaniac that he wants God to bend to his will. Timestamp is 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 17 seconds. Integrity said, I hate that everyone always complains about the Marty scene. It makes perfect sense. I agree with you, Integrity. Those that don't agree with that is are so, what term can I use for them? Those punks. My dog is hungry, making this noise again. So we're in the part where Diana meets the Justice League files. My first impression when I first saw Ezra Miller as Barry Allen was, what? They did a black haired Barry? Aquaman was cool. Jason Momoa reminds me so much of the Peter David Aquaman era in comics. I didn't mind the tattoos. It's awesome. Then the cyborg, Vic Stone, as a member of the Justice League, is purely New 52. So, uh, Zack Snyder totally followed the New 52 continuity with Cyborg in the Justice League. Plus the old superpower Super Friends show, Cyborg. That's where another uh, another another cartoons that Zack Snyder followed with. It's not for a story. On the roof. How can you place a helicopter on the Daily Planet's roof when if it has a globe something on it? The answer is get the damn globe off the roof and place it in the lobby. The only movie I saw, the globe was on top of the Daily Planet was Superman Returns. Even Donner Superman doesn't have the globe on the roof because Margot Kidder uh, was on the roof when she fell down from the helicopter. The armor of Batman is totally based on Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Everything. This is a sneak peek on how, if ever, Zack will do The Dark Knight Returns. Stay down. Yes, Sin, this is the best Batman fight ever. It's man versus God. Kryptonite gas. Clark felt like this when he fought Zod's men in their ship. Breathe in. That's fear. And there it is. The spit curl just appeared out of nowhere. Timestamp 2 hours, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Superman's chess emblem have uh, those Joseph Campbell quotes written in Kryptonese. The details that Zack Snyder works with, it's so outstanding. He is not just the director and the writer, but also cinematographer. Uh oh. Almost killed him, technically. Something is controlling Batman's mind, probably a change of frequency somewhere. It's it's my best guess that he's being mind controlled with fear gas or something. All I can say is that Henry Cavill is the best Superman actor out there. The betas have been telling that this movie was bad, but we all know that this was the best. Yes, Sergeant, it, agreed. He is the best. This is in direct quote from Frank Miller again. Excuse me. And the reason why people are not present in the building was it's a weekend. I think people have gone home, right? People have gone home from work, and that's why there are no people, unlike Man of Steel. As Integrity said earlier, the comparison between Batman in BVS and Batman in the ZSJL are miles apart. But ZSJL is far better than what they did in Justice League. What's that mean? The Martha theme. Find, save Martha. They kept the betas kept on uh, saying the name Martha in contempt ever since this scene, but they're pretending to not know that Martha is so integral and important in Batman's life that and they wonder why they wondered why Superman and Batman has the same first name for their mother. And this was when uh, Bruce realized that Superman was also human too, that he has a mother that sh- has his shaken Batman to his core. In Filipino, nahimasmasan si Batman. That's that's what we say in Filipino. Doomsday is about to appear. Now Superman can explain what's happening. Martha won't die tonight. That's the promise. I don't deserve you, Alfred. No, sir, you don't. Then we're going to the best Batman fight scene in cinematic history ever. Better than Michael Keaton, better than Val Kilmer, a lot better than George Clooney, better than Robert Pattinson, better than uh, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, the best Batman out there. Nothing like breaking glass for a Batman entrance ever. Would have been great if we had a movie with Batman and Hawkman together. The greatest Batman fight ever. Yeah, I agree, Sin. Totally 100%. Agree. Ben Affleck does have the best fight scenes for any superhero movie out there. His work in Daredevil is second to this to his Batman fight scene. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, that hurts. Actually showcasing the utility belt. Yep. Did he stab him? Man, that's a brutal Batman. I believe you. And the coordinate choreographers are actually real fighters, professional martial artists. And thanks for joining us, Sergeant Curatina. See you again. Good night, guy. Thanks for joining the chat. Late, late, says the white rabbit. Our timestamp is 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 55 seconds. Now we have Doomsday appearing. Doomsday looks like a Nephilim, or one of the Titans, right? From Greek mythology. Ancient Kryptonian deformity, blood of my blood. that's possible. Yep. Your doomsday. The doomsday CGI is better than the kaiju in the trailer from Gunny Poo. So somehow Clark saved Lex, or did he? I think they shouldn't have showed Doomsday in the trailer when uh, the movie was out in 2016. Lots of people sabotaging this film early on. Agree, Sin. Lots of sabotage. The fact that they wanted uh, a stereotyping of the movie. They wanted Tuten. Uh, they just wanted to do a Iron Man clone for this movie. Right. Superman, one casualty. So these are the guys who really sabotage the DCEU. Jeff Johns, Kevin Sujihara, Ronald Mayer, and James Gunn. Yeah, they wanted credit for themselves. They wanted clout, and here we are. Currently, The DCU is dead on arrival, and also they sabotage the DCEU, starting from Shazam up to the last one, Aquaman 2. Those films could have, should have earned more. But no, they wanted Marvel, a Marvel clone. What did they expect? Projectile 2. So the exoskeleton is being revealed. Doomsday is shedding his skin. He's adapting. You say Shazam? They started as far back as BBS. Yes, they had the negativity, the negative complaint about from comic book professionals. That's true. Sorry for the mistake, Sim. That, uh, but BBS still earned that much, unlike the flops after Aquaman. They wanted Marvel MCU billions. That's why the MCU uh, trick Fox into selling Disney, trick Fox into selling their studios to Disney. Man, the bat voice is perfect with the modular effect. Imagine Doomsday. Doomsday is like the Hulk with laser beams. Right. And the sun has healed Superman. Rupert Murdoch was always going to sell Fox to either Disney or Comcast Universal. Yeah. And this is the most awesome superhero entrance ever. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Just imagine uh, making everything connected to Krypton. Once Iger took care of Rupert Thorne's death, it was over. Well, Iger is another one to blame, and some people are blinded like uh, those people in HDMS panel. They have this positive, weird, positive view on everything. Should you? I thought she was. Who says that Zack Snyder doesn't have a sense of humor? Electromagnetic blast from Doomsday. That's power. Tina Go's cello playing. Yeah, awesome, awesome, plain awesome. That music is so awesome, even in that flop of a movie, Wonder Woman 84. You noticed that? I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed it. Yeah, I think people notice sin. Or are we just a few? That's why I hated Danny Elfman for changing the music in ZSJL. No, in Justice League. Sorry. You gotta ask. Yeah, you gotta ask. Yep. They utilize Superman's heat vision as this powerful weapon. Honestly, Christopher Reeve's heat vision is not this powerful. Yeah. It uh, it feels like a heat beam, a heat wave, better than the one from Brandon Routh and Christopher Reeve. Timestamp is 2 hours 35 minutes and 20 seconds uh, in this movie. Then there's the homage to The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, Killer Pose, Tina Go, uh, Junkie XL. What what else? It's Hans Zimmer. They were awesome. Danny Elfman made Batman's team into his team, which is self gratifying. He made Henry Cavill as a copy for John Williams, who was a miss for me. It doesn't really jive with the story. And I never watched Justice League ever since I watched ZSJL. Honestly, you cannot unsee what Zack Snyder did with the Justice League, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Would have been great if they used Ryan Reynolds as Lantern back then. He would really play Hal Jordan again. Danny Elfman's music was trash. It was horrible. Yep, it had its day. It has its day under the sun. People don't know when it's over, especially the gatekeepers. I guess they based Absolute Batman on Ben Affleck. The design, Superman was stabbed in the chest. I don't think that they're gonna kill off Superman in uh, Superman L. They're not brave enough. I cried when I watched this, even in the theatrical cut in the movie in theaters. Seeing Superman die was really a sad moment. Man, this is like a church painting. This scene when Jesus was being brought down from the cross. Lois crying over Superman's body. Pieta. Man, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is the best casting for that character ever. This is an extra scene which was not in the theatrical cut, where Stephen Wolf is coming with the mother box. This is Stephen Wolf's real design, really, not that abomination in Justice League, which looks like something from the Power Rangers or that guy from Kamen Rider Black. Joker and the Riddler were cut out of the movie. Yeah, they were. It would have made more sense to have both Joker and Riddler, as they know who Batman was, they know who Superman was, and they had the riddles sent to Bruce Wayne. Best best CBM ever. This is yes, Stephen Wolf. When you have Stephen Wolf, you'll get Dark Side, which was a missed opportunity for the DCU. The mother box has spoken. Netflix or never. That's what we always say. So we have base movie TV skits channel. When is the movie starting? It's been starting since almost 3 hours ago. Where the timestamp is 2 hours, 44 minutes and 2 seconds. Bay Movie TV. You're late, and but thanks for dropping by. You have a long name. Base Movie TV and Skits channel. Thank you for joining. Too bad uh, it's nearly over. We're in Clark's funeral at home. So Clark gave Lois a wedding ring, engagement ring. Amazing Grace, played in a bagpipe, is so eerie yet so majestic. They also had a funeral for Superman in Metropolis. Now that funeral in Metropolis has its version with 2016's Suicide Squad, although it's not the director's cut, but it's still better than Gunny Poo's The Suicide Squad, which definitely sucks and didn't and flopped. People are questioning Gunn's capability to do his DC characters, his DC comic book movies, but he's a shill and a punk. The casket in Metropolis has no body because uh, Superman, Clark, Clark's body is in Smallville. The Reverend from Man of Steel is still in part of the cast in BVS. Pete Ross is still here. And the anonymous donor is, of course, Bruce Wayne, uh, that paid for the funeral. Everything was paid for by Bruce. And considering how rich Diana is also, she could have pitched in, should have. This is a traditional funeral. But in this ending, people still can't connect that Superman and Clark Kent are one and the same, right? 100 years ago, Diana walked away from mankind. Timestamp is 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 30 seconds. We fight, we kill. We betray one another. But we can rebuild. Yes, sin, life imitates art and vice versa. We can do better. Always. Superman is such a celebrity. Men are still good. If you seek his monument, look around you. Bruce has a feeling that they will fight. Really, a feeling. Whoa. Jesse Eisenberg is now a bald Luthor. Did you know that Luthor being bald was an accident? In the 40s, there were two guys who were mad scientists that were Superman's nemesis, Lex Luthor and the Ultra Humanite. The Ultra Humanite was the bald one, and later uh, was the brain. His brain was transferred to a female actress, then later to that white ape. Luthor was a red-headed one, like uh, Jesse Eisenberg's character. Then, well, That's where Luthor being bald came from. They teased Suicide Squad 2016 in VBS Ultimate Edition. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I hope we'll get the Ayer cut someday, which should have been the Ayer cut. Yeah, DC wanted to be Marvel that early, so they had so many reshoots for Suicide Squad, and they tried to make it Deadpool. They should have just left it alone. When they show someday the Ayer cut, well, especially when Bruce says the party was moving is east. Yes, east, east. That's Metropolis is east. The bell cannot be unrung. Dark side is coming. And notice that in Justice League, there was no dark side at all. Ding, 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 ding. They plan to make the DCU, the DCEU into the Deadpool copycat. And of course, the painting of Us Above, So Below has been reversed. It's interchangeable. Yeah, this was the best. CBM, this is slightly better than Man of Steel. And I rate this movie, this film, as 10 over 10. Yeah. Higher than my rating for uh, MOS, Man of Steel. I rated Man of Steel with 9.5 over 10, so makes sense. Man, this was good. Great movie. A 10. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Wanted more. Yeah, I wanted more too. So, like, subscribe, and share my channel. This was a fun stream. Thank you for everyone who made it to the chat. And yes, Mikey verse forever. I'm so out of here. It's lunchtime and I'm hungry.
save them.
Well, that's why I waited until you were there. I got the information I needed. No one died. I did it your way.
He does have a point.
I know it got lost in all the confusion, but we still have some issues to settle here. There are only heroes and there are villains.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.